How many of you work in entrepreneurship education at the college level? Show of hands. All right, so what's your biggest problem? I have a guess in my mind, but I want to see if I'm right. So can you guys put your hands up again? All right, Miss, what's your biggest problem? All right, so students don't treat it the same way they do another course of study. Someone else had a hand up? Just go ahead and start shouting out problems. Anyone? It's all perfect? All right, so being able to expand access. Yeah, that's where I was going, which is that, like, I think what happens is that people study entrepreneurship through school, and then graduation time comes, and then what happens when graduation time comes? Let's say they have an offer from Deloitte, and then they have some idea that they've been working on with you for the last couple of semesters. Like, which way does that go? And you guys know more than I do, but which way does that go? The offer. And there are a lot of very rational reasons for that. One is these young people have parents, but also that there's a sense at this stage that they need to get some development and skills before they go off and do their own thing. So they say, you know what, look, I'm a college senior, I need to develop as a business person. So I'm going to go to the firm that has a training program, has a brand name I can put on my resume, regardless of what happens. Whereas if they go work for AndewYang.com, no one will know what the heck that is, right? And then if it doesn't work out, which is quite likely, then they'll be sad, their parents will be sad, etc. So I want to throw that out as like a potential problem, is that you teach entrepreneurship and then when the chasm comes, they take the bridge across the chasm. Very reasonable. I did the same thing. When I graduated from Brown in '96, I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I went to law school, which clarifies very little in terms of what you want to do. I don't know, anyone go to law school and resemble that one? So after law school, I worked at a law firm very briefly and then started an ill-fated.com that had its mini rise and maximum fall in 2000. You can fall from a not so great height. So I found that it's very difficult to start a business, you know, and that it's a sort of a good reason again why Deloitte wins out over trying to do your own thing at the age of 21, 22. And I stuck with it. I apprenticed myself to a more experienced entrepreneur over a 4-year period, and then I ended up the CEO of an education company that was acquired by the Washington Post in 2009. And so these things, though, there were a few lessons in there, and one is that it's very hard, and two is that if you want to get better at it, it's really beneficial to be around someone who's been doing it for some time. That's the way I learned. So what Venture for America is doing is Venture for America is going to potentially your students and solving your biggest problem / their biggest problem, which is when graduation time comes, they have the offer from Deloitte, maybe they want to go down their own path and start their own business, but they don't have the network or the idea or the tech proficiency, the access to capital or any of that stuff. So what we do is we say, look, apply to Venture for America, and if you get in, then we will bring you to a training camp, give you 5 weeks of training free of cost with experienced entrepreneurs and VCs, McKinsey, IDEO, Cambridge Leadership Academy, all come and train you, and then you go work for a startup in Detroit, New Orleans, Providence, Cincinnati, Las Vegas, Baltimore, Cleveland, New Haven, a city that's kind of in need of a talent boost. You will work at an existing company with an existing entrepreneur for 2 years. We supply programming throughout the 2 years. And then at the end of the 2 years, we provide $100K in seed funding to the people who are in the program to start their own business. Now, you guys have probably heard this before, but what are the 3 biggest problems that small businesses face? Sorry, I gotta go. But all right, AndewYang, Venture for America. The one thing I wanna leave you guys with is this. Imagine a country where the same body of talent that currently goes to management consulting, investment banking, or law school was instead going to growth companies and startups around the country. How long would that take to impact innovation and job growth? And we're gonna find the answer to that question over the next 10 years. Thank you all.